Cancel.
Schweezy.
Okay, so time for, now I'm going to ease us into everything. So let's go into Christian cringe from Relevant Magazine. I was, like, initially looking for, like, an abortion thing, because they, like, Relevant tries to be, like, super, like, it's weird because they want to be hip and cool, but to be hip and cool, you have to be woke, and you can't really be woke and Christian, because you're going against your Republican friends. So, I was trying to look for something like that, but I found something even better. And this is called 9 Bad Christian Excuses to Break Up with Someone. Okay. So, you know, breakups are hard. I just said hard. For anyone. And you don't want to be Christian to realize you sometimes it's just not going to work out. You know, someone too. And I remember, like, growing up, and they're like, if you don't plan on marrying a woman, why are you wasting their time by dating them? And now I'm like, well, if you don't plan on marrying someone, but you get married, then you realize you don't like them. You know, a lot of problems. But this was written by, I usually with articles, I don't say the author, but I feel with relevant articles, I do have to mention the author of said articles. This is written by Leslie Cruz. In her little bio they put at the end of it, Leslie Cruz is an editorial coordinator at Relevant, which Leslie Cruz sounds like a woman's name. Hopefully it's not a man. And if you're a parent, don't name your son Leslie, okay? Just, that's a shit ass thing to do. But I just want to remind, anytime I hear a woman giving me Bible advice, I just want to remind them of 1 Timothy 2:12. I do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man. She must be quiet. So whenever a woman starts, if you're a man, or a penis-having man, or a vagina-having man, you can be either one you want. Anyways, though, if a woman decides they want to tell you anything about how you should be living your life, 1 Timothy 2:12 is a good one. One I don't agree with personally, but great to quote back to Christian women who want to be a bitch. Anyways, let's get into it. When you're ending a relationship, there's pretty much only one reason why. You don't feel the same anymore, and you don't want to be with them. Maybe the relationship began too quickly, a mission trip mishap. Okay. Of sorts, maybe it's a high school relationship that protruded into college. Whatever it is, you've grown apart, and for the sake of both of you, it needs to end. Breaking up is difficult on both ends. Someone is going to be hurt regardless, but being on the receiving end of a breakup is even worse if, instead of hearing the truth about why your relationship is ending, you're subjected to excuses. Nothing is worse than not getting closure, whether you saw it coming a mile away or were completely blindsided. It's hard to move on when you feel like you don't know the real reason things didn't work out. We've all heard them, and if we're honest, we've probably used them. Bad, not at all creative, not even believable breakup excuses. Here are some cliche excuses to soften the blow during a breakup. I think God is telling me we should see other people. This is the ultimate Christian excuse to break up with someone without hurting their feelings. And I get it, it's a real solid excuse, but come on, you're blaming God. Don't pull him into this. It's not his fault. You have commitment issues, which brings us to, and then before I get to the next one, there was my high school sweetheart. I'll call her that. We did break up because I said, God wants me to break up with you. And that was my excuse. Now as an adult, and, there's a lot in kind of unraveling all the bullshit. I've come to realize that, I started, like, because this was like a girl. Like, I'll tell you this. Like, there's a girl I was like, I think I'm going to marry her. Like, I was at this point in my life. And I was like, and then she was, and, I was like, I want to have a music career. I want to be doing this music thing. And she's like, well, I want to live in this small town forever, but with you. And I was like, and then she kind of basically assumed that whatever I was doing was a hobby, not really like a career. She just thought it was cool I did this. And I was like, I kind of think that was it. And I just don't think we saw each other in specific ways. She was also really dumb, and I think that's the reason why I really like smarter women now. Is from dating her and like having to explain, like, there's air in a basketball. Like, yeah, that's how they exist. Like, there's air in a basketball. I'm like, yeah, there's fucking air in a basketball. She's a photographer, if you wanted to know. Which brings us to, I have commitment issues. This is an excellent way to say I'm not dumping you because I'm actually scared of commitment. I'm dumping you because I don't like you enough to commit to you. That's the hard truth. If someone says this to you, you should thank them for breaking up with you because you can do better. Actually, I actually agree with this. I think some of these I actually agree with. When they don't put like God in it, I'm probably going to agree with it. I have commitment issues. I agree with this statement because saying I have commitment issues is missing the silent words, which is a lot of, I like to talk about in relationships. I have commitment issues, ... with you. And I think the with you is the important part you kind of have to deal with. And I don't know, that's just something you have to realize when you get older, after dating someone who's toxic. Like, do you have a commitment? Like, when you meet someone you love, like when you have that ride or die music app, on wherever you get your music. When you have that issue, like when there's someone you actually do want to commit to, you will commit to them. That's 100%. But if someone like you're like, I don't know if I really like you that much, I'm just kind of lonely. I'm like, this is actually good advice. I like it when this person doesn't put God into it. It's actually pretty good advice. I think I should focus on my relationship with God. Prove it. Update your profile picture with a fire selfie on Facebook with your hot new Dipset Your Bible. Dipset? Okay, I'm not going to look that up. Also, you're going to have to learn how to stay close to God while you're in a relationship someday. If you're getting married, seriously, if someone says this to you, they just don't like you anymore. Fucking yeah. Okay, that's kind of right. I would think I should focus. I remember I had friends who, when I was in the very big Christian scenes, and these are people I'm still friends with, and not all of us are in the Christian thing anymore, and they go through a breakup, and they'll be like, I think I'm just going to focus on my relationship with God. That's like you just like trying to distract yourself from like figuring shit out. I'm like, honestly though, benefit of the doubt, like you do believe this shit. Like focusing on your, you gotta do, if you're gonna have to do that, whether you're in a relationship or not. Let's be real. You're gonna have to focus on that. Yeah, they're right. Yeah, like if you want to be a Christian, like you're gonna have to focus on that whether you're in a relationship or not. So yeah, I'll agree with them. Finally, a God one. Like I'll agree with them too. Stuff like that. I need to focus on my career right now. This is a lot worse than focusing on your relationship with God because at least that one makes you look good. This is just another way of saying I don't like you enough to prioritize you in my life. Yeah, to an extent, but like, so I don't know, like with my career and like music, podcasting, and stuff like that. My career's probably, I don't like prioritizing one person over another, but with my career, both are going to be like kind of a priority, but both can't compete with the other. So I don't know. It's like if someone's like, I want you to stop playing music so we can have babies and you work a dead end job. I'm like, no, like everyone has baggage. Like that's the rule I go with. Like everyone has baggage. And the idea is you hope you figure out how to prop it open and use the wheels on it. That's kind of the idea of baggage. And I'm not saying it's necessarily baggage, but like your career, you shouldn't be in a relationship with someone who's going to ruin your career or wants you to prioritize them over your career. Like both of them are going to be a priority. You can have more than one priority in life. That's fine. You can have more than one priority. But like if a woman gets between you and your career, go with your career. That's fine. This is for the guys out there. If a woman's getting in between that, go with that. Like she's no pussy is worth it for like just if you get your career right as a guy, you get your career right, the perfect woman's gonna come along. That's all that matters. Like for real. Like just women like rich guys, men like good looking women. Like let's just be real. You deserve someone better. Also related, you're too good for me, and whoever ends up with you is so lucky. I may deserve someone better, but I also deserve a better excuse as to why you're dumping me. Like, this is just a blatant lie. Like, you're just lying. You just deserve someone better than me. Fuck no. I mean, I'm the best there is, so I'm not gonna fucking... I would never fucking say this to someone. Who the fuck says this shit? You just deserve someone better than me. Shut the fuck up. No one thinks that way. If someone says that to someone else, like, holy shit. Who would say that shit to someone? That's total fucking bullshit. Holy Jesus Christ. Literally, Relevant Magazine. I mean, like, I don't know. I kind of liken this author, but we also remember women shouldn't talk in church. So also remember that. Maybe in the future, someone says to you, I think we should take a break and see where the future takes us. So basically, I want to be single, but I'm scared that I won't find anyone better, so I can keep you. And yeah, that's the thing. You want to sell your wild oats, but you also still kind of want to have that solid relationship with someone. Yeah, you can't have both. Green Day once said, you can't go forcing something if it's just not right. In their song, When I Come Around, that's the truth. Like, you can't, like, it's the grass is always greener on the other side, unless both sides are dirt. That means your life sucks. I wrote that in a song once. It's very much this situation here. If you're, like, maybe in the future, you want to take a break and then come back together, no, man. You either got to ride or die. 2 EPs by me on now. Go on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you stream music. Go check that out. Or you can't. You got to be ride or die or break up. Like, you can't be this little pussy ass bitch. I'm really just talking to a bunch of guys right now who are doing this. Like, probably a little bit of talking to myself too. Let's be honest. Shit like that. Don't be like, maybe in the future, but I think we need to take a break. And that's the situation when Ross and Rachel, Ross slept with a girl when they were on a break. I think Ross was right. If Rachel's going to be that way, Ross has every right to be like, we need to take a break. And then Ross is like, okay, I'm going to get my nuts. I'm going to clean out my nuts. Empty nuts. That's all that's going to happen. And now we're like, Ross is the bad guy. Fuck Rachel. Fuck them. That relationship needs to die. Not ready for a relationship right now. Taken straight from the How to Waste Someone's Time handbook comes this grand excuse. This is basically someone saying, this is getting way too serious for me. It's freaking me out, or I'm way too young to be this tied down. Yeah, I've been in the situation plenty of times where it's like, I'm just not ready for a relationship right now. And it's always, like I always say, it's always the silent words, ... with you. I'm not ready for a relationship right now, ... with you. And then they date someone a year later, they date someone very soon, and now they're married. Okay, that's too personal on my end. I need to shut the fuck up for that. I love you, I'm just not in love with you. Okay, my favorite, you're cool and all, but I'm just not excited about you. I'm like, fuck. Anyone who says that to you, just tell them to fuck off. Just tell them to fuck off. Like, I love you, but I'm not, like, in love with you. Like, hey, why not waste my goddamn fucking time and move on? And finally, the classic cop-out, it's not you, it's me. Just don't. If you become victim to one of these excuses, try to respond with charm and grace, or as I like to say, much better to face these kinds of things with a little sense of poise and rationality. Don't take it too seriously. Be aware of their true intentions, then move on and focus yourself instead. The classic cop-out, it's not you, it's me. If someone tells you that, it's 100% you. Like, that's the reason why. If someone doesn't want to be with you, it is 100% you it is their fault, but there's something about you that makes them don't want to be with you. And fuck them. You're perfect the way you are, kings and queens, and what's the gender neutral? The daddies? I don't know. Anyways, though, I will actually say this relevant article is actually pretty good. I am very much surprised that I came across, like, this is a lot of this is very solid. Leslie Cruz, though you are probably a woman, And remember 1 Timothy 2:12, I do not permit a woman to teach or assume authority over man. She must be quiet. That's in the Bible. Whether you want to believe that or not, you gave some very good advice. And from someone who doesn't follow this evangelical shit anymore, I do respect you. And you've been broken many times, just like me. That's all I have to say. Hey, you just finished one of the many highlights from Cancel Schweezy. We got plenty more on the channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you like what you just watched, go ahead and smash that like button as well. Go subscribe for more so we can teach you how to be a better human in our world. So yeah, stay awesome.